Hello and welcome back to the Dysfunctional podcast. So, couple things before we start. If you're listening to the audio version, we have a cute little new jingle. Super fun. So my cousin Reggie actually made that. I can't remember. Okay. So, go to Cityland Studios and all of his music is there, I'm pretty sure. I'll try and link it somewhere. But yeah, go listen to stuff. He's super, super talented. So yeah, he made me a cute little jingle that I'm super excited about. And then also, Abby's trying to drive the stick truck and she's scaring me. Anyways, also, this is our first video podcast, which is really cool. Yeah. So if you're listening to audio and you want to listen to video, I'll have it linked somewhere in the Dysfunctional Pod Instagram. So yeah. Okay, so into our topic. So today we're going to be talking about anxiety. I'm sure that all of you probably know what anxiety is. I don't know if I really need to explain it further. But if you don't know, look up a definition, I guess. So today I'm going to be sharing personal advice and or my experiences regarding anxiety, helpful tips if you're struggling, and obviously everyone's different, so my advice may not work for you. The goal of this is just to spread awareness, and if I can help one person to feel a little bit less alone, then that's, I'm happy with that. This is not like a boo-hoo me, like pity party. It's just to spread more awareness, and I feel like I said before, just help someone else who might be struggling with this. So first off, I'm going to be talking about like personal stuff and my personal experiences with anxiety. I feel like it stems from like different areas. So the first area I'm going to be talking about is social situations. Sometimes I just want to stay in my room all day and not talk to anyone. This is because I'm constantly worried about how I'm going to sound talking to other people. And it sounds really weird to someone who doesn't struggle with this, but yeah. I genuinely feel like I bully myself into thinking that what I say to other people is stupid, so then I just don't speak sometimes. Oh my gosh. And I feel like I'm a generally like quiet person, but obviously the anxiety I get when I have to talk to other people sometimes doesn't help. So, as you can imagine, it can be really difficult for me to talk to other people sometimes. Even being in a room with a lot of people can be hard. And I feel like after being social, I genuinely need so much time to myself because I'm so drained about the amount of effort that it takes for me to form a sentence and be happy with it. And literally, even if I didn't talk to like anyone, I still feel so done after being in. I'm sorry, Abby's distracting me. If you can see like her headlights and stuff, she's trying to practice driving a stick, so that's what that is. Anyway, I feel like even if I talk to like 2 people, I still feel so drained because of the amount of effort I'm putting into those conversations. And then I just like sit in my room for like 2 days. Sometimes more. Because I'm constantly overthinking talking to other people. So then I just don't want to anymore. Oh, wow. I feel like even like I don't know why. I've had this for a while. Just like eating in front of other people genuinely makes me so uncomfortable. And when I tell people that, sometimes they think I'm weird. But I literally, if I could make a meal like before I go somewhere, like even hanging out with close friends, if I have the chance to make something before going and hanging out, I will do that. It sounds like really weird if you don't struggle with this, but if you do, you understand the uncomfortable feeling. And the next place my anxiety stems from is being overstimulated. If there's a lot of stuff going on, sometimes I just can't function like a normal human being. Yeah. I feel like this part of my anxiety is a lot easier to like manage and push myself. So like for example, if it's like a busy hour of like going to the grocery store. If I'm just like, Grace, like you can do it. And I just push myself. Sometimes I can literally hype myself up into going. It sounds really weird, but yeah. Sometimes I can get myself to go. Other times it's a little bit harder, but like I said, this area is a lot easier to manage. So now I'm going to be sort of giving some advice if you're struggling with anxiety. Like I said earlier, my advice might not work for some people. Obviously, everyone's different, but yeah, just putting it out there. First thing I would say is get a journal. This has helped me so much just because getting your thoughts like put into words on paper for some reason just helps so much. Like there's probably a science behind it, but it's amazing. And I love it. It just gets it out of my brain. So yeah, love that. The second thing I would say is go outside of your comfort zone. This is something that I struggle with so much just because of my anxiety, and I don't know how to explain this. Like if you just get like the like littlest thought, like maybe I can do this, just go do it, because your brain is gonna be like, well, maybe you can't. But as soon as you think you can, just go, just do it. Like that's how I like try to explain it. But yeah, I would say obviously know your limits, but with anxiety, when you're so deep into that, you don't realize how much you're capable of. And then once you step outside of that and you step outside of your comfort zone, you do what you were scared of, that is literally the most amazing feeling. Literally, our anxiety just tricks us into thinking that we can't do things that we're so capable of. So yeah, there's my motivation of the day. Do things that are a little bit scary, but also know your limits. And, don't cause yourself to have a panic attack. The next thing I would say is talk to someone, whether that's a friend or a therapist. I am someone who genuinely, what is it called? I just will suggest therapy to literally anyone. I love my therapist. She's a literal angel. There's something about just telling your problems to someone who isn't going to tell anyone and doesn't know you very well. There's something that just makes you more open. I recommend therapy if you have been recently thinking about it. I think it's amazing. And I will advocate therapy all day, every day. Yeah, love her. It just helps to it literally, you get to know yourself and how your brain works and what might trigger your anxiety and literally why it's caused. And I just find that interesting in general, but it's just really cool because then you sort of learn how to manage that sort of stuff. So if you've been thinking about therapy, try it. And I've heard of so many people who they can't find like the right therapist and then they are just done. And keep trying. I've heard so many people say it's like literally like blind dating. Like it is. You have to find that therapist. And honestly, I think therapy should be normalized. I think that more people now are going to therapy because so many people are saying it's okay. Like it should be a normal thing. So yeah. And also you don't have to have like super like you don't have to have like a major like mental illness to go to therapy. I feel like it's just so nice. Like I can't stress enough how nice it is just to have someone to talk to, even if you just want to rant about your problems, like about your friend issues. I don't know. It's just really nice. Okay, anyway. And honestly, if you're religious, if you're not, no judgment there, but when I'm like so deep and like into my anxiety and I'm just so stressed about something, I just give that stuff to God. And my friend Carly and I were talking about this the other night, but like the relief that you can get from that when you just like give it to God is so amazing. And she said like that can't be replaced by like a friend or like anything else. So yeah, just give that stuff to God, and I find that genuinely so helpful. So yeah, that's all I have for today. Thank you for listening. I am so grateful for you guys for supporting my podcast. And yeah, glad we have this little video thing going on. So yeah. Again, love you. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.